Hey guys, welcome to my first YouTube video on SaaS, becoming a SaaS developer. I personally, you guys can see this video. This is going to be my very first video on this channel. Something that I want to say is SaaS for me, at least micro SaaS, if you want to call it that, has become my personal way to financial freedom. I've made income in all kinds of different ways online, but SaaS has always been the thing that has been relatively consistent. I mean, it's the nature of the business, producing income online through subscription. Either way, I'm not here to tell my story, at least not in this video, but I do want to share a SaaS app that I built here that's relatively simple and easy to use. I've blurred out my domain name for this just for privacy's sake, but you guys can see an internal use here of the app and essentially what it does. Basically, it's an ebook writing tool that just simply uses AI. Very simple, has a built-in, I guess you could say, writing section, if that's what you want to call it. An area where you can add your OpenAI API key, generate topics, of course, book topics, different ideas, and then different content. And of course, this section here, it kind of has like this wizard type effect or this systemized phasing type effect. So for example, if I have a topic here on, let's just use this here, how to bake the perfect sourdough, I hit generate outline, and what it will do is it will create an outline for me for my book. And then from the outline, I could ask it to create certain chapters for me, one chapter at a time. You can see here I have a word count, I have a text-to-speech feature. I've created a whole bunch of different books on this. One of the different ways that I create income is through a system called, or at least one point in time, a system called KDP, so Kindle Direct Publishing. And, I also sell ebooks in many different ways because I do write about my experiences. It's one of the ways that I produce an income. But I want to share this because for me, ebooks have been a pretty staple thing. I'm a huge fan of reading ebooks, writing ebooks, just sharing the information. So you could see here, I have an outline that I could use, essentially, hit expand, and when I click expand, it will write text here for me. So I'm not interested in that right now, but that's essentially what this is. This is an ebook writing tool. I actually use this slightly, pretty much on a daily basis to write different kinds of content. I can create new ebook here. I have a little pop-up. Once you click on this, it'll have different videos. I'm not going to click on it here, obviously, because I don't want to show what those are. And I have a save ebook button, import ebook, export as text. So a nice little app here. The reason why I'm kind of tutorialing this and kind of explaining how I built this is I built it with an app called Replit. Okay, so I want to see if I could show it here. But this is it right here. You guys can see some of the different files, the different setups. But this is the app. It's called Replit. And the way this works is I can, edit different code here. I can write different code, or I can have AI write it for me. It's interesting because with what I do personally on Replit is I don't really do much, right? I'm just kind of explaining to AI how I want it built, and essentially builds me an app that I'm then responsible for kind of marketing. I wrote a book, speaking of books, I wrote a book where I've kind of mentioned, but I've mentioned how the most important thing in the micro SaaS world, if you want to develop your own SaaS, especially what I learned with my own personal experience over the years, is that the most real important thing is your marketing. It's how you present your product. We see this in every industry. Like if you go to the restaurant industry, let's use McDonald's for an example. McDonald's doesn't have the best food. It doesn't have the best quality, but it makes some of the most money in the whole entire restaurant world. Look at all the franchises. Look at other stores open in every single country pretty much. The reason why that is because of marketing. It's because of business. It's not because of the actual product quality. It's not about the quality. It's about the marketing. And really what marketing is it's a concept of manipulation. You're making the individual in front of you believe something about the product that may or may not be true. In the case of, McDonald's, the product being a great experience might taste great, but it might not be good for you, right? But there are different businesses that are the exact same thing. If you go to a business, for example, I mean, I can't really give an example off the top of my head, but there are millions of them where they'll market to you something and you either believe it or don't, and off that basis, you become a customer or you do not become a customer. If you have a problem, for example, let's use extermination services. You have a problem, the exterminator is telling you, hey, I will fix your problem. That's marketing. He's making you believe something about you paying him money. In this case, you want your problem to go away. So my point is with SaaS, guys, it's not so much about the software. It's not so much about the feature. It's not so much about the product. It's more about the marketing behind the thing. If you want to learn more about it, subscribe to the channel, watch some of my videos. This is my first video, but this is not the first SaaS that I built. The first SaaS that I've ever owned was a SaaS that I had about 8 years ago, and it lasted for about 3.5 years. And naturally, businesses have their time where they generate income and then they kind of die off. Not necessarily because of the business being bad, but because the solution is no longer needed. And we see that all the time in all kinds of different industries. So right now I'm tending to create some more products that, more SaaS products that are a little bit more evergreen, but at the same time, just building a SaaS, your first SaaS, you probably don't have to worry about that. Just create something that produces some sort of income. If you guys want to see more of some of the stuff that I do here, just once again, subscribe. I'll be creating more videos with time, but hopefully you guys enjoy this, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, peace out, bye.